Is this good enough in 2023? Hey guys, Dan here. Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. A lot of times I'm always looking for what's the next best thing, what's the next greatest thing. I'm always watching camera reviews and stuff like that. But there's something to be said about gear doesn't matter. When you're first starting out, or even when you're pretty far into it, gear doesn't matter. You matter. You and your skills are what make the final image, make the final video, photo, whatever it is. So today I want to talk about the Sony a6000. It is 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor. Comes with this nifty 16 to 50 kit lens. It is a power zoom. I don't know if you can see that. It's a power zoom, so you can zoom in and out. Most of the Sony lenses are fly-by-wire, so you can focus with that, but it's kind of non-linear, so it can be weird sometimes. Is this good enough in 2023? The short answer, yes. Yes, it is. Up until just recently, right now I'm filming on my newest camera, which is a Sony a6400. It's been out for a few years now. This was developed in 2014. So at this point, it's almost a 9-year-old camera, which is pretty awesome. It's getting old as far as cameras go, but the thing about cameras is once you hit a certain level of camera, it doesn't get much better than that. So for instance, this camera is way older than the camera I'm shooting on, but they both have a 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor. They're both super sharp. They're both, great colors. I'll just shoot on both of them. The reason I'm shooting on this camera is because it's got a microphone jack, so you can hear me a little bit clearer. And that's basically it. I wanted to share with you this camera and kind of show you what it can do. So the main thing I like about this camera is the size. If you take a look, it's super small. You can almost hide it in your hand. It actually can fit in a pocket, especially if you have a hoodie or a jacket pocket. You could stick it in your pants pocket in a pinch. It'd be kind of silly to do that, but you could. But the thing that's better about this than say a Sony ZV-1 is the interchangeable lens. Okay, it's got a APS-C size sensor, which is a good size sensor, and then it has interchangeable lenses, so you can change your lens for the effect you're going for. So for instance, this is a kit lens, so it can go from wide, which is like a 16, which is the lens I'm shooting on now, all the way up to a 50. 50 is a completely different field of view. It's kind of like, probably be like this, or even tighter. It'd be like a little rectangle like that. So the kit lens that this comes with is actually pretty awesome, and it's pretty sharp too. I'll show you some example picture. What I'm getting at is, yes, the Sony a6000 is definitely still viable in 2023. And actually I'd recommend it as the best starter camera if you're just starting out. You can get these things ridiculously cheap online nowadays with this kit lens, which is pretty awesome for starting out. And then all you have to do is pick up 50 millimeter, and you got yourself an awesome little kit to start in your photography journey. Can this camera beat your phone? Yes, it can. This camera you can get for around $300, $200 or $300 used. Sometimes with the kit lens. Your smartphone, it's $1,000. Is this $200 or $300 camera better than your smartphone? You bet it is. Here's why. Phone camera, the sensor is super small, which means it's not going to let in a lot of light, and it's not going to be shallow depth of field. This camera, comparatively, an APS-C size sensor, which is the same as Super 35. Super 35 is a prolific sensor size in cinema cameras. Now, as far as depth of field goes, your cell phone does have some fake bokeh, fake blur in portrait mode, but this camera, you can have some real bokeh, real blur, have a separation between your subject and the background. That's what the fake blur is mimicking. Realistically, are you gonna have this in your pocket? No. Does it fit in your pocket? Yes. Are you really gonna have it with you? No. You're gonna have your cell phone with you most of the time. So, like they say, the best camera is the camera you have on you, because you're gonna take pictures. It's gonna be awesome, and that's just how it goes. If you have a great camera like this, you leave it at home, it's worthless. If you have a crappy camera, like a cell phone, but you take a bunch of pictures with it, it's worth $1 million.